What's going on, YouTube? It's Nickelodeon, and I'm back with a recap of the Braxtons Family Values Season 5, Episode 18. Okay, so the episode started off with the girls all sitting together for a tasting for Trina's bar chicks. And she's thinking about opening up another location, and she's adding some new stuff to the menu. So she had a tasting. So this particular episode was scary for me and uncomfortable to watch because of all the fighting and all of the just unnecessary tension. And I know it's because of unaddressed issues. Just like I talked about last time, a whole bunch of unaddressed issues and nothing's getting resolved. So apparently I thought that they had smoothed things over between Tamar and the sister Tracy, because Tracy was all in her feelings about the text message. No, it wasn't a text message. It was an Instagram post, I believe, that Tamar said it was dissing Tracy's album or song Tracy came out with, and she said something about, oh, I didn't know they did auto tunes or something, some kind of diss she did towards Tracy, and Tracy held on to that for like 2 years, and she was like all in her feelings about that post, but never addressed it to Tamar. Just being bitter. And, it's a bunch of unaddressed things. The food came out, and I think one of the things that was on the menu was barbecue wings. And Tamar goes to taste the barbecue wings, and she said something about it was too sweet, I think. And she said something about the chicken had feathers on it. And me personally, I didn't see anything wrong with Tamar being honest and saying, yeah, I don't like how this chicken look. I don't like how this chicken tastes. She was trying to be honest with her sister, so that, she probably wanted her sister's restaurant to be banging. You know what I mean? And what keeps people coming back to any bar or any restaurant is definitely something that, definitely something like wings, and stuff like that, like banging tasty food that you can't get nowhere else. So I think that she probably was just trying to offer some constructive criticism. And Trina cannot take criticism. And it's sad because she's asking for her sister's opinion, but she can't take the truth. She can't take the truth. She zapped out on Tamar. In my opinion, I say she zapped out because she overreacted big time. And she said something to Tamar about she was talking to her sister Tracy, and I think Tracy was like, "Hold on now, Trina, hold on now," like before Trina has just started attacking Tamar, and Trina was like, no. She know what she's saying. She know what she's doing. And I was like, huh? I'm looking at the episode like, what is she saying? What is she doing? You know what I mean? Like, you asked for her opinion. Why is you acting like that? That's how I was looking at it. And Trina was like, I'm tired of you, being disrespectful. She said something about you just don't think before you talk. And she said something about how she keep putting Logan on the Miss Evelyn. She keeps saying she putting Logan on Miss Evelyn. You know what I mean? And me personally, I took that as a blow. I was like, dang, like that was a gunshot. Like, that was a gunshot, because I'm a mother, and I'm so blessed and thankful for my mother, because she's there, and the drop of a hat when I have to do something. Like if I have something last minute, you can't organize no babysitter no last minute. Now this is Tamar Braxton that we talking about, and she does have money and she does have nannies and things like that. So she probably could organize something last minute without involving Miss Evelyn. But I can't speak on that situation, and I'm not going to speak on that situation. But I am going to take him for Tamar on this situation just because I am a mother myself. And that, to me, was a low blow. The children did not have anything to do with what they were arguing about. It was ridiculous. They were arguing about chicken to begin with. They were arguing about what Tamar said about her chicken. And she took it, she took it to heart. And that's ridiculous. You obviously have something under the surface, or you obviously have something more that you are feeling. It ain't chicken. It ain't chicken. I think Tawanda was there. After a while, people started getting up and leaving because it was getting heated. It was getting uncomfortable. The original girls that were there were Tamar, Tracy, Trina, and Tawana. Tony was on tour. So Tony was missing out of a few of the shots on this episode. But she wasn't in this one. So I think Tawana got up and left, and Trina, she yelled at Tamar, said something, and then she was about to leave. Tracy didn't want to leave. Tracy was like, wait a minute. But then eventually everybody started coming back, and Tawana was kind of being the glue for the sisters, as she always has been. She sat down and she was like, you know what happened? Weren't we just talking about food? We were just talking about food. Let's bring it back. You know what I mean? And the tension was still there. Her feelings was definitely still there with Tamar. Tamar was sitting there like, what? Like, where did this come from? And I think eventually it ended. Tamar got up. She said, you know what? I'm gone. I'm going back to see Vince. I'm going back home. Tracy took her home. And this is crazy. I'm not sure if it was Tawana, or I'm not sure if it was, I think Tawana and Tracy and Tamar all rode together, and they ended up taking Tamar home. But while Tamar got out of the car, why Tracy get out the car and say, you are a liar, you are manipulating, you are conniving, and I'm sitting there like, but y'all just rode her all the way home, and then you gonna jump at her like that. As soon as you drop her off in front of her man, then you gonna jump at her like that. And she said, and then Tamar was like, what? Tracy, what are you talking about? What am I lying about? And I could have sworn it was about to pop off, because the more confused Tamar seemed to be, the more pissed off Tracy was getting. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, Tamar, stop pretending like you don't know what she talking about. Like she about to zap out. And she looked around like, where is Vance? Tamar looked around like, where is Vance? You know what I mean? And yeah, like where is her bodyguard? Because if Vince is standing out there, they would have calmed down, and they would like really like popping off of her like that, and so Vince came, and they held hands and they walked off together. It was nighttime, and they kind of like walked to the car, and I kind of like exhaled when I watched that scene, because it kind of made me feel like yeah, Vince is her rock right now. Everybody is against her, and Vince is her friend right now. You know what I mean? Even though they had their hard times, apparently still they are still really tight, and okay, so apparently it was revealed why they were so tight. And Tamar just lost her baby. She tried to get pregnant for a second time, and it didn't take, and she lost her baby. So she was dealing with that, and also dealing with a lot of things that was in the press, dealing with issues that she was having with her sisters. A lot of misunderstanding, and probably them not understanding what she mean, or her intentions. So it was like a whole lot of stuff like just crashing down on Tamar, and I just really felt sorry for her in this particular episode. So yeah, that's what happened there. Trina is still in the process of trying to open up a new bar. She has the Bar Chicks. I'm not sure where her other location is, but she was looking in Atlanta to place her other location for Bar Chicks. So she's like on the fence right now as to opening up another Bar Chicks. I think she is going to. I think she is going to, for sure. They show a scene where her and Miss Evelyn are sitting down, and she's asking for advice as far as opening up new Bar Chicks, and I can respect that. Miss Evelyn is certainly a OG. Miss Evelyn is an OG. No disrespect, but she an OG. She done been around the block. She know what was popping. You know what I mean? She know the business aspect. She know the music industry aspect. She know the marriage and relationship aspect. She know the children aspect. This woman is a counselor. She is a pastor. She is a mother. She is a grandmother. She is a financial advisor. Like, she is a divorce counselor. This woman is everything. This woman is amazing, and I cannot even imagine having to be a mother to 5 girls. But this woman is amazing, and I just truly respect her opinion. And I know the girls respect her opinion too. I know her daughters respect her opinion too. So I understand. I totally understood that whole scene with her and Miss Evelyn sitting down and her asking her mom about what should she open up this other bar. And her mom, the advice that stuck out to me that her mom said was, she said, look, you in it, she said, you was in it to be successful. And when she said successful, that shot some excitement in me. And it should have shot some excitement in Trina. And she said, you are in it to be successful. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah. Do it. And that would have been enough for me to get the gasoline and go. You know what I mean? So I think that's what Trina took. And that's what Trina's doing. So, that Tony was on tour. So she missed a lot of what was going on with her sisters. So she's back from tour. And she met, Tamar, before that happened, Tamar was sitting down with Vince. Tamar is very heartbroken and very confused about her sister's feelings towards her. I failed to mention that in the heat of the moment, while they were at the table arguing supposedly over chicken, Tracy snuck in her little thing about her being upset about the Instagram post that she said, and Tamar was like totally confused. No, it wasn't while they were at the table. I'm sorry. It was when they took Tamar home. And Tamar got out of the car with them, and then here's Tracy saying, you're a liar, you're a manipulator. And here's Tamar like, what? And then that's when she brought up the Instagram post. That's when she brought it up. And then Tamar was like, what post? So Tamar can play that. Tamar can take that to her grave because she deleted the post. You know what I mean? Like, unless somebody screenshotted that post, she could take that to the grave. So Tamar can continue to say, what post? What are you talking about? And continue to make Tracy look crazy. So unless Tracy want to look crazy, she better drop that subject. She better drop that subject because it's stupid. And so yeah, Tamar was like, getting attacked from every angle. So she's sitting. They show a scene where she's sitting at home on her sofa with Vince, and talking about how they took a lot of L's this year, with the baby, and with her job, and with the stress and tension between her sisters and things like that. Vince is a godly man. I can tell by the things that he say, and I can respect that. And he says to Tamar, we just have to pray about it, and then he says that family is the most important thing. So with you got that, with that advice, what do you think he's trying to say? He's trying to say, work it out with your sisters. Out of all of the losses, that's the one thing you don't want to lose. And that's about it. There's probably some more things that happen that I didn't mention. It is a very, very hour-long show, but what I got from it was a lot of attention, a lot of uncomfortable moments, a lot of parts where the sisters are looking like they're about to fight, Oh, so this is what happened. They showed flashbacks of next episode, I believe. And Tony did come back from her tour, and she did invite Tamar over, and she sat down. Tamar did bring up what Trina said about her being, about the mother always having her son, and he basically said, Trina accused me of being a bad mom, and she was like, that's one thing that, was below the belt. She said, you don't put the child into a situation, you know what I mean? And Tony, I believe, did agree. Tony agreed. And Tony said, well, you know what, I'm going to get all the sisters together, and we're going to discuss, what's going on with y'all. Like she usually does in the last seasons, how it takes for Tony, and it takes Tawana, and it takes the mother to kind of calm things down, But right now, things is like on fire. Things is on fire. And it's all behind hurt feelings and held in feelings, And I don't understand why they do that. Why do they do that? Why do they hold in their feelings? Like, if that's your sister, that's your sister. I don't have a sister. I wish I did. But I have a brother, And I think that if he did something that offended me, or a post that he did, or something, I would definitely be on the phone like, hey, you said such and such. I want to know why. Simple as that. Yes, that's your sibling. Nobody knows you better than your brother or sister. Nobody knows you better. That was your first friend before you actually went out here and started meeting people. So it's like it's no excuse why they can't communicate. We'll see how the next episode goes. It seems to me like something is about to start popping. The dad was just invited to a dinner. And no, the dad wasn't invited to dinner. The dad is supposed to come out there and talk to Tamar, because Tamar is feeling attacked by all the sisters. So she asked her dad to come out, and he's probably going to sit down with her and hopefully calm her down, and hopefully, bring some sense to the drama that's going on. So that's wraps up my review and my opinion. Please feel free to drop your opinion at the bottom, your comment, Let me know if you watch the show. Let me know if you like the show. Who's your favorite person? Who's the person that you dislike? You know what I mean? And what do you think about how Tamar handled the situation with her losing a baby and holding it in all this time and not sharing it until now? All right. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.